Welcome back to Film Talk. I'm Dawson Martin. Let's talk about Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. This is a huge movie that has a lot of Oscar buzz and just a bunch of positive buzz in general from everybody, it seems like. So I was super glad to finally see this movie. Elvis is directed by Baz Luhrmann. He is an Australian filmmaker. You've probably seen his films like The Great Gatsby, Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, or Moulin Rouge. I've seen all three of those, and there's another one that he's famous for called Australia with Hugh Jackman, and I think it's Nicole Kidman. I gotta get to watching that, but so far I like every Baz Luhrmann film that I've seen. I said this in my Letterboxd review, but I think Elvis is a film that seems to have been made in the edit bay with the use of cocaine. This movie has some of the fastest and wildest editing I've maybe ever seen in a movie, and I think it works, at least for me in the most part, but the editing style definitely drags the pace even more than a 2 hour and 39-minute movie usually does. I love that Baz presents this in such a unique way instead of just another cliche biopic. The movie starts off with Colonel Tom Parker, and from there on he continues to be the narrator, possibly unreliable, all the way to the very end of the film. Tom Hanks plays Colonel Parker in such a cartoony villain manner. I'm not sure that it completely works, as the style of his acting doesn't mesh as well with Butler's grounded performance. I've heard so much praise for Austin Butler, and now that I've seen this, I can 100% agree with everyone. If the editing style wouldn't have been so crazy for most of the movie, Austin could have had even more Oscar moments in scenes that are allowed to develop more and escalate. Elvis is the heart and soul of the film, and Austin portrayed him in such a heartfelt and convincing manner, so I really hope that he does in fact get an Oscar nom for this performance. This movie is a story of two people who are one in the same. They would not exist without each other, for better or for worse. Baz's film reads more like a sleazy and juicy celebrity tabloid than a regular biopic. It comes at you really fast and gives you all the juicy and heightened details with all the shimmer and shine you'd want out of an Elvis film. It hits on all the sad elements of a story about an exploited star. Parker exploits Elvis to his own benefit and basically kills him in the process. It's such a sad and true push and pull between agent and entertainer. One is in it for the greed and will not stop until Elvis is exploited for all its money's worth. Back to Tom Hanks as Colonel Tom Parker. The performance is just outlandish, it's crazy, it's goofy. I just don't think it works here. I'm sure it was Baz's intention to have Parker be this goofy and crazy, but to me, I just think it came off a bit distracting, and I can see how he'd think that this kind of performance would mesh well with his super stylized, fast-paced editing kind of film he made here, but to me it just did not. Elvis has all the glitz and glamour you'd want from a biopic on the king of rock and roll. Its celebrity tabloid juiciness and cocaine-fueled editing allow this to be one of the most entertaining movies I've seen this year. It's a little bit too long, especially for most of its editing style, but there are moments here worthy of all the praise. Baz Luhrmann's Elvis is how you do a biopic. I was never bored, it was super entertaining, it was never cliche, and it gave me what I want. Elvis was such a good time despite its long runtime. If you can get over the style and the runtime mixed together, then I think you will like this movie. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. Please check out my other Film Talk videos and stay tuned for more Film Talk videos in the future.